Okay, this is Orlando Wilson, and what I want to talk about in this video quickly, as always, is hotel security. Now, over the years, and even today, I spend too much time traveling, too much time in hotels, Airbnbs, etc., etc. And you know what? In most places, especially in the larger chain hotels, your security, the guest security, is not particularly high up on the list of priorities for the hotels. The hotels are more interested in filling guest rooms as much as possible and making a profit than actually putting too much an emphasis on security. One of the reasons for that, they don't want to have too much emphasis on security, because then people think the hotels are unsecure, which most are. I tell most of my people, most of my clients, it's you might as well be staying on the street as you're staying in most hotels. Why? Because in most hotels, it's very easy to walk into the hotel lobby, get into the elevators, or get into the stairwells, get up onto the floors, and then you have access to the rooms. Now, your personal security, as always, it's down to you. It's not down to other people. You have to take responsibility for your personal security, especially when you're staying in hotels. Now, you should always have protocols in place and plans in place to deal with emergencies, etc. Or even as something as simple as somebody knocking on your hotel room door. Now, most people, if somebody knocks on their hotel room door, the first thing they're going to do is answer the door, which is a big no-no. If you're in a hotel and somebody comes up and starts knocking on your door, you need to verify who they are. Certain times of the day, yeah, you can work out who the maids are, the staff that's coming to clean your room, etc. But if out of hours or somebody strange, somebody unexpected comes and knocks on your door, such as a member of the security staff, etc., you need to verify who they are. Easiest way, phone the reception, verify who the person is. If they don't know who it is, then they need to send their security, the real security, as quickly as possible. Do not answer the door to unverified people. It's very easy these days. If you went into, again, from a criminal perspective, it'd be very easy to go and get some security guard uniform, a blazer, make up an ID card, etc. Turn up on knock on somebody's hotel room door, say you're from security, you're from maintenance, you're from this. The chances are the vast majority of people would open their hotel room door to this stranger. Don't do it. Always verify who people are. Another issue, especially with the larger chain hotels, is key cards. Because in a lot of hotels, they do not wipe the key cards if they're lost. I know of many years ago, one hotel, major hotel, 5-star hotel in central London, where they had out, and I think I've spoke about this in other videos, they had out like 50 master keys. Because the hotel security were too lazy to program individual key cards for maintenance staff, housekeeping, etc. So they just gave them access to all areas. So that's a major security violation, where a hotel has got 50 master keys out that can open every door in the hotel out to people who they don't know who they are. In a lot of hotels, they don't wipe, they don't clean off lost keys. A guest can check in, they leave, they don't return the key, and that hotel doesn't wipe the card, so that person could come back and have access to the hotel room they were staying in. So again, you always need to consider protocols for what to do if somebody tries to enter your room, somebody that you don't know is knocking on the door, etc. I tell people, if I'm staying in hotels where I question the security, and I question the security in virtually all hotels, I always tend to put something inside of the door at night, so if somebody tries to enter, it's going to make a noise. Little wedges, wooden wedges, travel with those. They're ideal for blocking doors. If you look on the market these days, there's little alarms. There's a variety of alarms you can use, travel with. You can put inside your hotel room door, inside your balcony windows, etc. If somebody tries to gain entrance, they're going to alert you somebody's trying to gain entrance. Then, if you're alerted that somebody's trying to get into your room, then you need to have protocols in place and on what are you going to do? Are you going to call hotel security? Are you going to flee the room? Are you going to escape? Do you have weapons available to defend yourself, etc., etc.? So this is where you need to have protocols in place for what you're going to do if somebody as simply as tries to get into your hotel room, or somebody knocks on the door and you're not expecting them. So think about this. Take 10, 15 minutes, or it doesn't take that, to think about what protocols you're going to have in place, whether you can flee, if you can flee, whether you can escape, or who you're going to alert, and how you're going to defend yourself. Again, to me, this is all basics, and they're all basic things you need to consider. Okay, just a little bit of advice there, and I hope this gets you thinking, so you can put together your protocols for if you're staying in hotels, etc., etc. Airbnbs are a little bit different, and I'll talk about that in other videos. So in the meantime, follow me along on social media. I have an array of these videos up on YouTube. I prefer LinkedIn these days, and I have an array of books up, one specifically for travel security on Amazon. So follow me along, check out my books, and if you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. As I said, we're on the main social media platforms, and I'm not that hard to find. In the meantime, as always, be good, stay safe, and try to stay out of trouble.